For the first time ever in Clash of Clans history, I'm pretty sure there hasn't been any other time other than this, you can get a 75% reduction in build times. And you guys figured out exactly how that happens. You see, when Hammer Jam came out, what normally happens is that you get 50%, which is an additional 10% from the gold pass, resulting in a maximum of 60%. Now, last year what happens was that there was an actual cap set at this, so this was the maximum you could get no matter what. However, this year there's a way to get 75%. Now, if you're a returning player in Clash of Clans, you're gonna get a screen like this one, which shows that you get 50% off reduced normally when you come back to the game. However, you guys found out that this is stacking with the 50% from Hammer Jam. As a result, you get 50% plus 50%, which is 75%. And guys, you get it both for the lab and the buildings. And I had to test this theory myself after you guys told me that this was happening. So I logged into one of my alternate accounts that I hadn't been playing a long time, and it was literally 75% off. I mean, the reductions were absolutely insane. And like I said, this is the highest reduction that I've seen. Now, obviously, if you could buy the gold pass, you could get up to 80%, theoretically, 80% reduction. I personally, for some reason, I wasn't able to buy the gold pass. I think it has to do with something when you come back to the game. I don't think you're allowed to buy the gold pass at that time, but I'm gonna have this boost for 14 days and Hammer Jam is 17 days. So it is possible that in the future, if I am able to purchase the gold pass, I could get 80%. The question is, was this intentional or is this something that they're going to remove? Because I'm at Clash Worlds right now, I went and I asked Marco, who's the community manager, whether or not this was something that they intended or if it's a mistake. Marco actually confirmed with me this was intended. So it's supposed to incentivize you to return to those accounts. So this means that this is not going to get taken away as far as I know. Now, obviously, this is the most efficient that you can humanly be, but let's go ahead and do some math around this to see exactly what the effects are. So when you get a 75% reduction, you get a multiplier for 1 over 0.25, which will give you the actual speed or the value that you're getting. 1 over 0.25 is 4. So you're actually getting 4 times the value out of anything that you use to speed up time. So let's go back to our builder potions and see how this compares, right? So obviously I had to do some math because you know me, I have an excuse, so I must, right? Now, when we consider builder potions, right? A normal builder potion will give you 54 hours skip and you'll have to use 7 of them to get the same value as using a book or a hammer on a 16-day upgrade. Hammer Jam, you'll get 108 hours, which means you'll need about 3.5 builder potions to get that value. If you get the gold pass as well, you'll need about 2.8 builder potions to get the same value because you're gonna have 135 hours skip. But if you have the return bonus, you get 216 hours per builder potion. And that means you need less than 2 to get the same value as a Hammer Jam. Just think about it like this. Less than 2 builder potions, or 2 builder potions is greater than a hammer at this point. Like, that's what the math is showing us. But what if we have the goblin builder? Obviously, that's the next question, right? So normally we get 63 hours, and with Hammer Jam, we get 126. If you have the gold pass as well, you get 157.5. But with the return bonus, with every builder potion, you get 252 hours per builder potion. And if you equate this to the number for the 16-day value, basically every builder potion and a half that you spend during Hammer Jam, you're going to be getting this ridiculous, 16-day value out of a single builder potion. This is insane. I mean, I can't believe this is possible. This makes me really happy that I have an account that can actually use this. Next up, we have research potions, because we obviously have to look at those too. This chart shows the same exact thing for research potions, and you can see that during this return bonus, you can get 95 hours from a single research potion. And then if you use 4 of them, that is the exact same thing as using a book or a hammer on a 16-day upgrade. That is crazy. But it gets even crazier with the goblin builder, and that's because normally you can only do research out of just 1 research building, right? So it essentially doubles it. If you guys take a look at this chart right here, you can see that Hammer Jam and return bonus will get you 184 hours skipped, and then you'll have to use 2 of them to get the same value as a book or a hammer. What am I basically saying? So basically, if you're in a position where you have a returning account that is also benefiting from Hammer Jam and stacking to get that effect, you should literally just use as many books, hammers, anything as you can to basically abuse this and to get the most hours as you can out of it. And I've already asked Supercell, this is not an exploit or anything. This was intended needed for us to obviously get back into the game and for players to be able to use this type of boost. So honestly, one of my favorite things so far, I mean, I've been at Worlds, I couldn't believe this happened. Like before I had breakfast, like I had to ask Marco about it, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate it too. I think this is the world record when it comes to time reductions in Clash of Clans, and it's really awesome. Now, obviously this doesn't apply to every single player, and I 100% understand that. This only applies to returning players. I just wanted to showcase this. However, if you are a player who's not returning, you play consistently, and you want to make the most out of literally the best event ever in Clash of Clans, then I would highly recommend watching this video right here, where I break down the best methods for all players to make the most out of Hammer Jam regardless of your Town Hall level.